fabulous shot.
Mayte Ropero with a shot on this one ball here.
Yeah, pretty good opening break from Savannah. Just barely made the one ball. Just got on the point and got out. And quite a big mistake from Mayte Ropero here.
She's going to have to kick now, huh? Right at the 2 ball, kicking into the side. Not far from her desired location. Almost got behind the 9. Long shot on the 2.
Well, the main thing here is to get on that 3 ball to the top right corner. And based on how she's on the 2, she does have a tough angle to make it work. She going to play for a bank maybe on the 3?
I kind of like that. I like that a lot, actually, but it's going to be behind the 10. No, it's behind the 10.
This is behind the 10.
Yeah.
And that's why I was saying she did
Yeah.
have that little angle going towards the 4 and the 10, and I was not sure how to get out of the trap.
How to avoid that? Yeah.
She's called the 6, and that side pocket does come into play.
Well, I believe this is the first time I've got to commentate Savannah Easton's match. And what a 13-year-old sensation she has been and is and has been and developed into quite the player. I watched her match against Jack Murray in Las Vegas. They had a Salado match. And I was very impressed with her progression.
Well, she's got a good team around herself, I think. Her parents obviously are helping a bunch. But is normal for a 13-year-old, but also they're helping her in her manners, social media-wise, how to act like a pro. She's a 13-year-old, and I think she's ranked. What is she ranked on the WPBA tour now?
On the WPBA tour, I am not sure, but she is 27th on this tour.
Well, I was gonna say, I think it's close to like 16, top 16 or something. Yeah. Which, for a 13-year-old, that's not a gimme, it's quite impressive. So, yeah, based on having a good team, she is developing really fast.
Well, in Puerto Rico, it was her first time she cashed in one of these events, and she came in 9th. She has played Las Vegas, Canada, Michigan, and Puerto Rico last year, or this year.
Yeah, she's playing all the events, and she's putting the time in, so results will be happening at some point.
But her progression has been amazing. She's been playing so solid now. She's kind of, how people turn a corner? She seems to have turned a small corner, and she's got a few more to turn. But she's coming along very well. They're doing a great job bringing her along.
Well, also the main thing is that when she will be at some point 16, 17, 18, she has turned so many corners that everything just seems to be normal. which is very dangerous because at 18, 19, 20, you start to play your best pool ever, and
Right.
now there's no corners anymore.
But no, there's still corners.
Yeah, but
Let's see how she handles
way,
this shot.
way less.
Yeah. Let's see how she handles this. Does she go back and forth? And I think that's what she's doing.
Well, this is tough.
It brings both side pockets into play. And now a tough shot on the 8. I think the 8 does go by the 9.
It must go because otherwise she would not play the side of the 8.
But this is a very deceiving shot. If she hits it too soft, you can induce a little spin into it, and it'll go short. She's got to cut it just right. And she has.
Nice
Beautifully
shot.
done.
Yeah.
Beautifully done.
This is a good start here from Savannah Easton. The Roadrunner. Oh. Nice display of how new the cloth still plays.
Yes.
The Predator Arcadia Cloth.
And your club cloth, that travels a little further.
Oh, and she jumped up on that. She led up on the 10 ball and...
Well, just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water, up jumped the 10 ball.
Yeah, quite some body movement. And it is Mayte Ropero here that takes the first lead in this opening match.
Tim, who broke first on that rack?
Savannah broke
Savannah,
first.
okay, I thought so. But I wasn't sure.
So, yeah, meaning that if Savannah broke the first game in the first set, Mayte will always have the first break in the second set.
Correct.
So they alternate. It is winner break during the set, so we don't have to keep track of that.
The other thing about winning the lag is if it goes to a shootout, the player that won the lag has first choice as to choice of pockets, and whether to go first or not. And I've only seen one player in now the third year turn down the right to go first. I forgot who that was, but I've only seen one person, so I don't believe that's an advantage to not go first.
Breaking from the side rail, same side as Savannah Easton. Looking to make the 1. Well, that worked. Really wild 1 ball there in this break, and has a look on the 2 and look at the 10 ball. She could be looking at the carom. I like the carom. Bank the 2 ball over to the other long rail, up to the 8, and go into the rail and kiss the 10 ball in and leave the cue ball around the short rail.
Yeah, see, it's too bad that in 10 ball you can't play a second shot. For instance, call the 2, call the 10, and make one of the other, and one wins you the game, one keeps you shooting.
Well, she's going directly, no, real first, and I did really like this. Nice shot. Nice carom. Early win for Mayte Ropero, 2-0.
That was a very nice billiard, or carom. Nice shot. And after seeing that, I'm pretty sure she plays a little bit of that 3 cushion stuff with some of those people in Spain.
I don't know.
I'll have to ask her.
Yeah, we will have to check this later.
She is a 626 Fargo. She is sponsored by Mez Q's. Plays with an Ace 2185. She is from Spain. Just ask her. Met her last year at the events in Vegas, or this past Vegas, and she has now a 3-year-old daughter. She says she just started college. Well, in colegio in Spanish, which means college. And I was thinking to myself, wait a minute, she was only 2 years old the last time I talked to you. So
yeah, doesn't travel as much anymore as she used to.
Mm-hmm.
Probably also because of the little one. I mean, that's how life goes.
Yeah.
But I'm glad to see her back because she was progressing pretty well for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And then she suddenly disappeared for a little bit. So,
well, more than likely the mom duty's called. And doesn't look like we made a ball there.
well, some work to do for Savannah Easton. That 2 ball is locked up. Looks like she will have to cut the 1.
Looks like she wants to play a bank. On the 2.
Also,
I think
a different option I was looking at is maybe cutting the 1 and run into the 3. If you bump the 3, you always have the 2 ball in the side, and you push the 3 probably to a favorable position.
Okay.
But she's going 2 rails and probably bank the 2. Like I said, both ladies like to play quite offensive, so they're not scared to shoot a bank or go aggressive instead of playing the safe. On this bank, I like the safe.
You like the safe right here?
Yeah. Cut the 2 into the 6 and go 2 rails behind the 10, 7, 9, and the 8. It's
Now-
such a big wall of balls.
That's a good point. But I think, to me, this bank shot is, if you don't play this bank shot, you should never play a bank shot in your life.
Well, she did a great job there. Top spin,
And,
pushing through the 6, going 2 rails around the 3. Now she will have to go around the 6, in between the 6 and the 9. Down table for the 4 ball.
I think a little bit of right spin avoids the 6 and might go into the 9. Oh, she missed the ball. Did she overcut that? I think she
Undercut.
did. Undercut it?
And most likely because of the spin.
Right.
The more spin you push, the more it's going to push towards, well, the outside spin is going to push towards the ball. She hit a little bit thick. Well, also, she was trying to maneuver the cue ball around all the balls, so that's to where sometimes they forget to make sure the ball still goes in. They're focused on the cue ball.
You know, this tournament does have 15 of the top women players in the world, Fargo rated. There's 13 700 or over, and there's 8 of them with the Fargo of 740 or over. 7 players with the Fargo 640 plus. So this is bringing out the players. Savannah is a 589 Fargo. Mayte is a 627 Fargo. The difference being about, what is it, 30, not quite 30 points, 29 or 28 points. I call that a bad roll and a good shot in this, the difference in the race to 4. Not much.
Yeah,
Nice try. I like the thought process there.
She went
That's
all
very-
in though.
Yeah,
That
she
is-
did.
That is the only thing you can say about going for the shot is if you make it, you're a hero, and if you don't make it,
Well,
yeah.
the 5 ball's not all that available. That's the one thing about
yeah,
it.
that's it kind of worked
Yeah.
out.
Like,
But it was a good try. And now, do you cut to go to the short side of the 5, or at least from our angle, it looks like the 5 doesn't go in the top right.
I'm thinking I might cut to go to to go inside the 8 with a lot of left spin, but with the extension she can do it.
Yeah, if the 5 ball goes to the top right.
I'd like to go between the 7 and the 10, but that side pocket's too big for my taste.
Yeah.
I like what she did there.
Well, if she plays it this way, that 5 ball must go. That was the one thing I was not too sure about.
It might slide off the rail. Cloth is new.
Yeah, she will not be able to do something with the cue ball though. Will be too much speed.
Doesn't have to.
And you see,
That's
she
perfect.
played at
Yeah.
pocket speed, but then had to sacrifice work with the cue ball.
Well, she's making use of that Predator bridge on this Predator table, 9-foot apex table. These Predator Arco balls.
Oh, still firm top cut on the 7
On the Predator Arcadia Cloth.
with the Predator Arena lights.
You got it. Q Sports International, Medalla Light, Kamui, Samsung TV Plus sponsors, along with Predator Group for this tournament. And looks like she might get behind this 9 ball. Not quite.
Yeah, she decided to spin around with the cue ball, outside spin, and caused her to hit the 7 ball a little bit thick. So good opportunity for Savannah to get her first game on the board. I think she will start to loosen up a little bit more when that happens.
Well, the only mistake she really made was missing that 10 ball. She had a nice run to it, missed the 10 ball, and then I think she missed that 4 ball, rattled it, gave her a combo, and two gimmies.
Well, it's always a comfortable feeling to get that first game on the board.
Oh, 50-yarder.
She might be just okay
Just
to
right.
float it in. That's what she was checking. It's good to see that sometimes she takes a little bit more time. Before, a couple of years before, she would run and just shoot.
Thus the Roadrunner.
Yeah,
Exactly.
well, she's still the road runner, but takes a little bit more effort somewhere.
Right.
So 2-1, nice out.
I wonder how this can play in your mind as a player. Put yourself in Mayte's shoes, and you're playing a 13-year-old young lady that's coming along rather well. You know she's rather capable of winning, more than capable of winning. And, do you unconsciously ease up on your game? I wonder. Just something that came to mind.
I think this only happens once or twice. You might make that mistake once or twice, and then at some point you just realize, okay, it's not gonna matter who I play or what age they have. I'm sure some of the ladies on the tour, they have made that mistake, but I'm pretty sure with how well known she is starting to be, Savannah, that players are not gonna think this no more.
See, that's why I ask you these tough questions.
Yeah, that's
Come up with a good answer.
okay. Good break. Made the 6 ball. Unfortunate bump on the 1. Made the 3 ball as well. Just no future. And a big cluster with that 4, 5, 8, and the 9 together. Oh, she's reaching for the jump cue. It's not an easy jump though, and quite some angle, so I'm not sure if she's gonna end up behind the 2.
Completed the jump. Just looks like she might have given up. Oh, a shot on the 10.
Well, and especially with where the 7 is, there is a big bucket on the on the 10 ball here.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is something you gotta shoot. Yeah, it's go time. She's called the 10 ball here to take another early game.
It's the second one set up by a little error by Savannah. Well, it wasn't really an error. She jumped in the ball.
Oh, she could have played a push. Oh.
Well.
A little more breathing for Savannah Easton.
Option here for Savannah.
Yeah, quite sure she's going to take this on. Shouldn't be too tough of a safety. Bringing the 1 ball to the second diamond here on the bottom short rail. And then going 3 rails to get behind the cluster.
Careful with the scratch in the upper corner.
Well, she might have called the bank. She called the bank? I don't think so. Did she get the save?
I don't think so.
No, it looks like she left it. And now, what are we going to do with the 4, 5, 8, 9 cluster?
Well, the good thing is, if she comes out of that softly, she should be able to roll this down softly. The 4 balls on the top part of the 4 balls there, making it easy to get behind the whole stack. No, I think I'm not sure she can make this.
Yeah, this is on the edge.
I would kind of kick this, and with a little draw and softly get the cue ball into the 5, and let the 2 ball go to the top there.
Okay, she still spinned it in, and I think...
Oh, she was able to spin. Oh,
she
awesome.
spun it in, and now she can still make the 4, I think, from this angle. And I'm playing with stun. I like draw. Oh, no, she's playing the safe. Okay, now it's a good choice. Stay in control. And it looks like she has blocked both sides of the long rails. So we'll be going 2 rails, Savannah, Easton. Short rail, long rail, with some speed. At least that's what I like in this case. Try to get some separation. Oh, doesn't want to open up these balls.
And open them up. The one thing she did not want to do was open those balls up. But then there is 3 fouls, so she'd be on 1. Easy to get ball in hand, make the 4 ball, play another safety on the 5, get 2, and possibly go for a 3 foul.
You have to go 1 rail to the top side of the 5. With the 8 nearby, you should be taking your chances and get on the hill in this first set. Okay, left a little more angle, I think, so she might have to stun for the 8 in the side. No, she was able to hold the cue ball.
Personally, I like when the players have a rhythm like these two have showed us so far in this match. Nice pace to their game.
Well, makes it easy to watch as well. Not so static and fluent right here. Straight on the 9, and these 2 balls to get on the hill. Mayte Ropero from Spain.
And for game number 3, 3-1 lead over the Roadrunner Savannah Easton, 13-year-old sensation. What were you doing at 13 years old?
I was not playing pool.
And that question's for all of you out there, too, that are in TV land and on chat rooms on YouTube and Facebook and wherever we might be. At 13, I still didn't play pool. I was watching my older brother play. He played a pretty decent game.
No, I started playing pool at 14, so...
I started right around 14, 15.
Little late, but no regrets. So Mayte Ropero breaking. She's up 3-1 over Savannah Easton, and again breaking from that side rail.
Savannah Easton had a great outing at the Texas Open just recently, beginning of August there, or end of August, excuse me, at Skinny Bob's in Round Rock, Texas. She came in second to Sophia Mast, the Pink Dagger, in their 50th annual Texas Open, the 2 youngest finalists ever in that tournament.
Well, and she won the doubles competition with Skylar Woodward as well. So
right, she had a great week.
Yeah,
in Round Rock.
So that 8-7 is still tough. Wondering, she won't be able to open them up by using the 4 because then there's not really much future on the 5 ball. But what else are you gonna try to do on the 7? Are you trying to go off the 3, run into the 8-7, and hopefully?
Well, I'm not sure what she's going to do. She's pretty much a beginning. Still
I think using the 3 is the best. You have the best odds.
Come into it here. Yeah, from this angle though, she could get
play
hooked
with
behind
plenty
the
of speed and make sure you just get out of there. Oh, still a little bump. Like I said, sometimes you gotta gamble a little bit. Now,
if you were at the table, how would you address this rack?
Yeah, I was gonna say I like to cut and just float the cue ball up towards the 6, and then probably try to position myself great on the 6 to still open up the 7-8.
You cut this softly, it might take some spin. It didn't. She hit it perfect. Now here's where she might come into this.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna say, one
ball.
reel now. Leave yourself an angle to maybe go off the short reel into the 7/8 or go directly into the 7/8, and then play at the speed that if you don't bump the 8/7, that you're gonna be on the low side and you can play safety.
Well, I agree. I just think that the 10 ball's in the way for going at the 7/8 now.
No, not now. No, I mean from the 6.
Oh.
Make the 6 and then to go into it. But she's got quite some angle now on the 6, so she's already looking at playing the safety.
I actually liked coming with the cue ball right of where she is now and playing the 6 ball to the upper left-hand corner and coming straight down on the line she just pointed her cue right at the 8/7. Pocket the 6 in the corner and coming right at him.
But with the slide, I don't think you will get there.
Well, not from this angle. If the cue ball's on the right side of the 6, she has a chance. But look at this.
Hit the point? No.
She over-Englished it.
But then again, she did play it with a good speed to where if she would not hit the 7/8, she would always be able to play the safe.
Sure.
Those are things most of the players don't think about. You know, they will just go all in, run into it, and then they hook themselves behind the 8. They will open up the problem, and then the other guy gets ball in hand or gets an open layout and runs out.
Right. Correct. That's a good point. You hit that too soft, you're stuck behind the 8. You hit it just right, you might get a shot. And it must have not been froze, but this is a simple safety to go.
Yeah, I didn't
thin.
like this that much.
No.
What I did like is to go rail first.
And go up there.
Catch a little piece of the 7, push it behind the 8, and then just get the cue ball to the center of the table. Try to get that 8 in between. Because this way you know you're going to be hooked next shot.
Oh, easily.
Oh, she played it really soft.
She going to get a rail? Yes, she is. Boom.
She just got the rail, yeah, but yeah, kind of surprised she played it that soft. I would have liked to bring the cue ball all the way 2 rails down.
She'll thin this as much as possible, I'm sure.
Well, I'd rather make a foul than accidentally open them up. See, I'd rather have it to completely miss the 7 ball and give ball in hand than to, leave this opportunity. But then again, they're also
She'll
playing
play the
with
same
the shot clock. Yeah, so maybe just make the 9 and make sure you can always kick from the bottom rail.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is a straight draw shot.
Yeah, and these 3 balls to get the first set, Mayte Ropero.
And the conditions are perfect for this kind of a draw. New cloth, grabs nice, straight down.
Oh, little flick of the 10.
Almost.
But yeah, it doesn't happen that often to flick it to where you also hook yourself in these kind of shots. So it looks like the
you were
first
right.
set is Mayte Ropero's.
She made quick work of that, and the first set goes to Ms. Ropero Garcia. Savannah Easton in her chair, and Mayte will be breaking first. Taking a break between the sets.
Yeah, nice little break, and Yeah, ready to go. Set number 2.
I'm
And
not sure if we got caught talking off the mic there. But if we did, oops. John
yeah,
Lehman, our head referee, racking the balls here in the second set of the first round for Mayte Ropero Garcia and Savannah Easton. Ropero takes the first set 4-1. Savannah must get this second set and send it to a shootout. We haven't had one on the stream yet.
yeah, that's very true. And Savannah will need to get it together a little bit more. He's been making a couple mistakes. So Mayte starting the second set as Savannah started the first set. So there we go. Let's see what happens on the break. Oh, straight in the side pocket, and well, favorable layout as the 3 and the 4 are close to each other. 6 ball doesn't have a full pocket, but does go. If you can get straight on the 2, get the 3 in the top right corner, the 4 in the right side pocket, then you got to make sure you can get to come down for the 6 ball. With the wrong angle on the 5, things could get tough. So let's see.
Well, she's played that nicely to have a nice shot on this 4 ball. Now a 3 ball with a small draw for the 4. Things are looking pretty open for her. She could be off to a very good start. Just a matter of execution now. And that's what you call the old commentator curse.
Yeah, I'm not sure if she was able to get that rail first. Just, it was sliding so much, I'm not sure if she was able to get it to go rail first on the 3. One rail down for the 4 in the bottom left corner. Or is she playing for the 4 on the side? I did like the side, just because you always have the angle to go back up table for the 5 ball. Struggling a little bit with the speed by the looks of it. She looks like, yeah, she's not getting the ideal positions and starting to struggle because of this.
I'm looking down the same angle she's looking at, and she has 3/4 of a pocket. Keep in mind, these are 4 1/4 inch pockets. Now she's got to be a little concerned with the 10 ball.
I think if
she misses it,
yeah, I think
looks like
she's
it does,
able
but
to do.
if she catches any part of it, she could scratch.
She
That's
needs
the
to get around the angles anyways. Or she plays with inside and goes 2 rails to the left side of the 7, or she goes close to the corners and then to the short side of the 7.
You know, we are in the Kellogg Arena here in Battle Creek, Michigan. Kellogg's, of course. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Oh, it leaked down a little bit on her.
Yeah, just surprised that she didn't shoot at it.
Now, where I was going with that, Timmy, was I wonder what Tony the Tiger would say about having the Roadrunner in the Kellogg Arena. They're great. What do you? That just turned everybody off.
So straight 6 ball here.
We can laugh.
Oy.
Straight 6 ball and just off to the side.
Well, could have left Savannah a lot more as well on that 6.
See, you would probably just cut this right in the corner, wouldn't you?
The pocket does play really big.
Yeah, that's
so
precisely
I wouldn't
why.
mind
She's going
doing
to
it,
also.
but as she's struggling a little bit, I don't mind if she tries to play safe. Just get the cue ball behind the 10.
She's playing safe.
If she had put a little bit more spin, she was able to get behind the 10. So now it's going to be a little bit more conservative. And I mean, I wouldn't mind going for the bank just because the cue ball it's not really a long bank at this point. And if you play pocket speed, the pocket is going to grab. So it's either that or you... Oh.
That's pocket speed for the side.
Yeah, she definitely
Ouch.
underhit the cue ball there.
Yeah, well, the thing about that shot, though, I was looking at the bank, as you called it, and if you bank that ball, your cue ball is going to come towards the right-hand side pocket, leaving you a very tough shot on the 7. Yeah, I'm not sure you can hold it on that side.
I was thinking just to play
very softly.
Center ball, and
yeah,
you can float the cue ball to the center of the table. But nice shot on the 6 ball from Savannah, and I think if she gets going a little bit, then we should be in for a shootout. But if she continues to struggle, then things are looking not too great for her.
Oh. Well, for Savannah, this game is looking much better than it was a second or two ago. It stops there. She's perfect.
Yeah, 1 rail position, possible 2 rails position is preference. I like 1 rail, just missed the 10 on the way up.
It's perfect. And this is exactly what the doctor ordered for this young lady. Game number 1 in the race to 4 set. She takes the lead 1-0. Now to maintain and increase her lead. Maybe we'll have our first shootout. One can hope. I wonder how many people at home would like to see a shootout between these two young ladies.
Yeah, the Michigan Women's Open presented by Samsung TV Plus. The Predator and CSI collaboration is sponsored by Medalla Light in Kamui, and then of course Samsung TV Plus is right there in the mix.
Rums of Puerto Rico.
Rums of Puerto Rico, sharp. So Savannah Easton breaking. Nice quad from the cue ball. A little bit firm to make the 1 in the side, and
now we are in Battle Creek as this young lady comes to the table. We have 69 tables for the Michigan State Championships going on right now. We're expecting close to 1,000, if not more than 1,000 players for that Michigan State Championship. Team-wise, we more than doubled from last year to 148 teams. 3rd year in existence, and Q Sports International is bringing the amateurs and the pros together. Over at the Jam Up booth, you had Allison Fisher signing some gorgeous pictures of herself, cue balls. And if you're here, there's Jam Up apparel for sale. Allison Fisher's in the booth. She has her own line. I believe Tyler Steyer has his own line with jam up, and I believe Fedor Gorst does too.
Looks like a good position here on the 3. It's tough to find the gap within the 10 and the 4. Now she's still able to draw the cue ball out of the trouble. Draw off the oh. Yeah, took her eye off the shot. The position was not easy and quite fortunate to leave this. This is not an easy shot for Savannah, bridging, queuing over the 4,
right,
and also probably thinning the 3, either the left side or the right side. She's gonna try and hit it thick. There is a double kiss.
Did she
Well,
come down far enough? I don't think so.
Well, if she has left it on, I think it's a really thin cut, and she will have to run into the 4. So she might have to up to play something else, but what else would you play?
What would you play? Looks like she can play the 4 softly and roll up on the 6. Oops. No, she had
I'm not
enough
sure
there.
if she could have the full ball of the 4.
Yeah,
It was tough.
Well, I have a little bit of an angle there. When I first glanced at it, it looked like she might be able to, but apparently the way she played it off the 6, I don't think she had a chance at the right side of the 4.
Well, that's
she's-
one thing which favors always the player that keeps playing all the tournaments is you are sharper, you have a better feel for some kind of shots. I think I was just checking the last time we've seen Mayte play was probably Atlantic City in January, and also in other tournaments. She was not playing the last European Championships, so she's been out of the game a little bit, and it shows that on the sensitive safety shots she hasn't been too strong.
Well, I'm beginning to think that she was in Vegas in March and in Austria in August last year.
Yeah, but it was all last year.
Correct.
So
No, this past March in Vegas. I think she was.
I was trying to look it up, but
Yeah, I actually looked it up too, and it didn't show any activity. The player rankings.
she is calling this the top right corner. Is she having a super thin cut here? Oh, look at this. Whoa, what a shot.
And shape.
Wow, what a super cut on the 5 ball from Mayte Ropero. And a pretty good layout to work with. 1 reel 48. And then maybe that 9 ball could be a little trouble if she gets a big angle. If she can get just close to the 9, there should not be any more problems. Besides composure, working with the shot clock.
Two balls to tie it up. Go one apiece. Savannah doesn't want that. Mayte does. She wants to get out of this set and on to the next match and stay on the one winner's side.
Yeah.
Other matches going on right now. As we get to this is an exciting 10 ball. This doesn't have to be made. It
Yeah,
is a missable shot,
she
but
had a little bit more angle on that 9 ball.
And she makes it with all the confidence in the world, rolls the cue ball up, and ties it up at 1. Matches going on. You got Victoria Rule versus Katie Cool, both American players. Bethany Tate versus Chichiru Kawahara. Don't have any scores, but that's who's playing at this time. Natalie Shabbat and Liz Lovely, Canadian player versus the American, Liz Lovely. Bojana Sharach and Tram Nguyen Bish from Vietnam. Elise Kui and Yuhu San Fan. Jerry Eng and Alexandra Gulikova. Noelle Tate and Yvonne Ullman Heibler. Lonnie Fox Raymond and Silviana Liu. Karen Lincoln versus Alada Ghaffari and Brittany Bryant versus Tariko Gudleli. 2 more matches, Sue Orr and Ada Leo and Anna Rigler versus Olivia Cheng.
Oh, a little fortunate on the break. Cue ball moving straight to the top right corner pocket. But the 8 ball traveled and blocked the cue ball. Savannah thinking nothing dropped, but that 8 ball clearly went in the hole. And sensitive opening shot here. If you play with stun, you will run towards the 3. So might have to play with topspin and go 2 rails around the 6. Stay away from trouble. Yeah, like I said, usually when shots like this get so sensitive, that's where people start to miss the ball as well. Just because they have to focus extra much on maneuvering the cue ball around. So good opportunity here for Savannah Easton. Oh, caught at a little thin.
Oh.
Yeah, she had to make sure to hit a little thicker. And
yeah, she wanted to catch, if anything, catch the 10 ball on the right side, not the left.
Yeah, I felt like she overcut a little bit. And especially on shots like that, that's where you completely lose your accuracy with the cue ball, like moving around the table. So, kicking, 2 rails. I like going 2 rails, and especially if you hit the inside of the 2 and send the cue ball down with the 5, 9, 7, 10. There's a bunch of stuff that can happen. Was she going
She's
3
going
rails?
3 rails, I think.
I mean, I don't mind that either.
I like that, actually. It's a chance of getting... Oh, she went 1 rail at it. Wow, that just leaves it in the open, but it's not an easy shot.
Well, she did play it with a positive speed as well. She tried to really get some separation going after hitting it instead of leaving it nearby. So
I wonder how much training she's had on multiple rail kicks. Yeah, those.
This is tough too. Like it's not an easy roll up. And I'm also not sure if that 2 ball really went. So another opening.
This is anybody's set. This young lady here
well, if she
will try to prepare herself to take it off and send this match to a shootout.
Oh, not a great start. Has to cue over the 5 ball here. Center of the table. Sensitive though. Have to play with soft draw. Little right spin. The inside is going to give her more angle.
She settled just for making the ball. She didn't try to do anything with the cue ball there, but just make it and take this shot. And I believe the 5 goes by the 9, so.
Yeah, it does go. She's playing for the side pocket though, which is tough. Even if she makes it and draws a cue ball, she will need to be extremely low to stay away from the 9 ball after with the 5. So, yeah, now she is presenting a great opportunity here. All the hard work is done. Same thing, if she can get low enough on the 5 to where she can stay away from that 9 ball, no challenges left. Oh,
Looking
no,
good there.
She's got nice.
Yeah, nice on the 5.
For a second, I was thinking she would get really close to the 5 ball, but good speed and nice angle. So now get to the top side of the 6. You don't want to have an angle going up table. Wow. She was trying to run the cue ball super soft down instead of running it down and back up.
Now, playing this ball pretty much sells out if you miss. Would you consider just making it to the top of the rail? That's what I thought she was going to do.
Then again, I think she was trying to get the cue ball behind the 10.
Oh, okay.
But just because
which both made sense.
But with a fast table and also with the slide, you know that 6 ball is going to travel so much faster than the cue ball does. And, well, Mayte is lucky to be back at the table.
I agree. And in fact, when I interviewed Savannah earlier, she told me that cutting the ball down the rail like what she just had is one of her favorite shots. And she ducked away from it.
Well, probably because of the position. She felt that probably the cue ball is going to run up to the 9 ball. She would get a tough cut on the 7.
And that's why I was going to ask you the question, which would you consider? I started to say, would you consider just rolling this to the head rail?
Well, I would have played it with a non-elevated cue.
Okay.
Just because of the elevation, it's super tough to judge the speed.
Well, Savannah's got some work to do because she doesn't want to let this get away, but there was a game that had opportunity written on it. And just a little bit overhit it.
Yeah, so 2-1 and just 2 racks remaining for Mayte to advance to the next round. 3 games to go for Savannah to get our first shootout of today. Both the men and the women's event started today. And we have not seen a shootout on the main TV table yet. So,
No.
But Savannah will have to step up. I feel she's not playing her game.
No, it looks like she's not quite what I've seen her play. Could be that long afternoon lull coming from the west to the east.
So different break, not breaking from the side rail, breaking from the center. Almost made the 1 in the side, but hit the point. Has not left an open shot, but did leave okay safety. I think she can run the cue ball between the 3 and the 8 behind the 4-7.
She's playing safe all the way.
Oh, okay, she played the soft option, but I I don't think there's a gap. If there's a gap, you might have to slowly roll on. No, fall. Yeah, I was thinking there was no gap. So tough
So
spot.
sharp young eyes.
Now I'm wondering.
If you
I,
need glasses.
oh, I'm sure I don't. The only thing I'm wondering is she has pushed the 6 ball in a really tough spot. I might put the cue ball next to the 1, just nick it behind the 6 and get the cue ball in the top right corner.
She's cute staying right there. There you go.
Okay, she played it good. Yeah. The only thing that is, well, not in her favor is that she has left the top short rail open. The 1 rail kick is available, and especially with where the 10 is and the 7-4 blocking the bottom left corner.
Yeah.
I don't see, if she hits the 1, I don't really see a chance for Savannah
to get something offensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you. Or then again, she could just miss the entire ball.
Yeah, if you get ball in hand, then you can do something offensive.
Yeah, but then look what the 4 ball did. The 7 ball and the 4, they tied up. The 2 balls down in the vicinity, but nothing really to shoot at.
No, that 7 ball doesn't go, so. But this is a good opportunity. She is on 2 fouls. Mayte is on 2 fouls.
Mayte is on 2 fouls?
So
well, then she's going for the 3rd here behind the 5.
But make sure you stick the cue ball behind the 5.
No, she didn't.
She played super low in the cue ball, which causes the cue ball to take a completely different path. So we will not see the 3 falls. I think that's kind of safe to say.
Safe.
Yeah.
Well, a little shot here. A little bit of right English. Nice.
Do you think she might
spin
take the gamble and
to the left? There.
Where's that 1 ball gonna end up? Is it gonna open up? No. Ooh, this is tough.
If it's froze, it's real tough.
Well, either way, there's not going to be a cut, and you can only try to hit the right side and try to find some balls to get cover, but the odds are not really in her favor at this moment. Oh, maybe.
Oh, over the 10.
Well, she did get 2nd prize. This could have been a lot worse. Well, obviously she was trying to get coverage, so.
Well, this is what I call a sneaky safety. She's actually over a ball, has to elevate. It's going to take away enough of her accuracy that the shot's not as easy as you might think it is.
I'm considering to play safe. Just overcut the 1 and bring the cue ball straight down table.
Safe that, she says.
Well,
fired it in, but no position.
Yeah, that's why I was considering the save. Just so tough, elevating over the 10 and hitting it that speed, and then controlling and not running into balls. She's fixing her shoe.
Getting the jump cue. Has half a ball to hit on the right side.
Yeah, this is a tough jump, though. Gotta be very accurate.
Tough jump, and this is kind of like take a little draw off this ball, and I was going to say going to come close to the corner pocket, and it did, but it's just going to leave Savannah what she needs here. A nice shot, opening shot for this rack. The 4 ball's tied up.
I think this is to where Savannah has been struggling a little bit. That when the game finally opens up, she gets an open shot, but then she's being held back a little bit by obstacles. Like with the 4-7, every time she has to open up something to really get going, and then she doesn't really get there, or she struggles, and then at the end it's Mayte to pick up the pieces. So
And she's been doing a pretty good job of picking up the pieces. Now there she could have played that 2 ball off the 7 and possibly opened that up.
I might consider the carom on the 10. With how the 4 ball is.
And she's going for the safety till she can find something to break out that 4 is the way she's thinking.
Just last minute I spotted the carom. It's just because there is no future with the 4-7. Even if she gets ball in hand on the 3, the 4-7 is still going to be tough. Oh, this is tough. 2 rails. Oh, just barely flinched the 8.
Well,
we might go for 3 fouls here. Get the cue ball.
I think it's a good it's a good idea with that, and use that 4-7 to there you go. I like that, and I like rolling the 3 ball up towards the 6 with the cue ball behind the 4-7.
Well, she's going attacking.
She's attacking. She's going for the make
and the break.
I'm not sure
how much she's gonna.
She's going for the make and break. Oh,
nice. I think it worked out just okay. If she is able to still cut this and run into the 9, just make sure you take some speed off the cue ball.
Oh, that might have cost her the position on the 5. That little nibble off the 10.
You see, and this is what I mean. Every time she's really trying to get going, but it doesn't open up that nice at the moment for her, and causes her to struggle big. Is she able to cut it and then go? No, she's going to the corner. Ooh. Wondering why she was trying to use the short rail.
To come back down a little bit.
Instead of stunning just off the rail, 1 rail to go straight over. She's making it a little bit difficult sometimes, but she still has a shot here if she can go just underneath the 10. She can go miss the 10, just barely bump the short rail. I think she's
require some English here. Let's see how she handles this. I think if she uses center high draw, which looks like she's using center, but and following it stays above the 9-10. Oh, she came all the way down. Look how nice she's
to miss the 10 and stop.
How is that?
Hey, she might actually got perfect here.
That's what I'm saying.
If she's frozen on the 7, she's allowed to just push it through the cue ball and. Yeah, must be tough to see. John Lehman grabbed his glasses.
I was going to loan him mine. Did he call it froze?
I think he's called it froze, and that means
it's going to throw. It's going to.
Well, she just pushed through towards the 3rd diamond on the left long rail, and you can leave yourself shape and make the ball. She's trying to thin it, and
it's going to go up away from the pocket.
Yeah, it's going to throw the other way.
Yep.
Yeah, the official rule is if you're froze to a ball, you can just shoot right through it. There is no double hit. So in this case, she could have just soft pushed through. Make sure you get something to see on the 8. And now, has she left? I don't think she has left something for Mayte. Yeah, she's left it, and she's got perfect on the 8.
Wow. Nice speed control there. Very nice speed control.
Yeah, soft stun run. Just float that 8 up to the top left corner. It's going to play very big if you play it that way. Oh, she played it with a lot more confidence than I do.
Now these 2 balls for a 3-1 lead.
Yeah, double
close
hill.
out the match, yeah. Well, I will say I've seen Savannah play considerably better than what she put out here today. You did mention that she seems to be a little bit off,
Ju-
just like out of sync, or things just weren't going her way in the untangibles of pool or intangibles.
Well, sometimes you have to open up some clusters, and sometimes they will open up great. Like let's say she bumped that 7 ball
Mm-hmm.
really thin, then
And
she's perfect on
she's
the
perfect,
7
right? Instead of
and
rolled
three
up on
balls
it.
next to it.
Yeah.
And then she didn't know what to do, chose the wrong shot, and left Mayte
Yeah.
again to pick up the pieces. And
Well,
that,
she'll come
that
back and watch this match, I think, and see that sometimes things can, just get away from you, and not always your fault. But in pool, um, uh, you're the only one that can do it. So,
yeah, and that's to where there's so much more to learn about the game as well. Some things really break you down. They wear you down because if you open all these clusters and they are opening up great, you always get these easy shots and you keep going. Then of course pool is really easy. But yeah, if it's not going your way, you still have to get through the sour patch, and that's not happening at the moment,
no.
unfortunately. But
And
it's not over till it's over.
big break from the side, as you can see by the marks on the table. A lot of people have been breaking there on this table.
Make the
Pockets
six.
a six, a shot on the
And
one, maybe.
ooh, this is close. She might be just okay. I think she might be just okay to stun over, just next to the right side pocket. Shoot the 2 ball in the top left.
Oh, she had plenty. And look at this on the two. This is looking good.
Yeah,
Is
just
the eight in the way? No, it's not.
I don't think so. And
No.
just a 4 ball could be some challenge. Oh, well,
Yes, it is.
she didn't really play high ball though. She dipped it a little bit, so it was more stun top spin, stun follow, and yeah, is in a little trouble here. Think
I
she's
think
gonna roll up on the 8.
I. Oh,
You see, now again, if she had played just top spin and to roll up on the 8 and leave no distance on the 3, that would be easy. But then to have the 3 ball to come all the way down table, the tip position has to be different. She was playing quite low in the cue ball, which is so super tough to kill it right behind the 8. So I would probably just soft roll it.
mm-hmm. Gotcha. I was thinking of just going for that ball, and because the cue ball goes right behind the 4-7, and they could have been in her favor too. Good two-way safety.
Yeah,
No.
long, nice
Okay.
execution for Savannah, but then again, hampered by the 5, and the 4 ball is the tricky shot here too, so she needs good defense. And it's not there.
Well, it's just a matter of pocketing this ball, and everything opens up.
I don't think that 7 does go to the top right corner though. If it does, then it's wide open. Just get from the 9 on the top side of the table to the bottom side for the 10. Yeah, it must go, otherwise she wouldn't play it this way. So 4 balls to go. Does have the wrong angle, more difficult angle on the 7. So we'll have to stun off the left long rail.
Yes, if he just follows it, or if you just, like you said, stun off the left rail. Yeah, it's stunning it is.
Yeah, nicely done. Oh,
Now, see, I like coming all the way down here by the 10 and up towards the 9. But the one thing about that shot is it brings the 10 ball and the side pocket into play.
I'm just gonna cut it plain, no spin, and get
And
just
just
past the
to
side
pass the
on the
side,
long
take the
rail.
long shot. That's
Take the long
They
shot.
both work just like. Did she hit it hard enough?
Oh.
Yes, she did.
Well, I thought the cue ball was gonna run a little bit further, but if you play that speed, and
Yeah, she's played it awfully
so
soft. Well,
just
pretty
to-
much these 2 balls to close it out.
So Mayte, the almighty Ropero, wins her first opening match against Savannah Easton. And we will be back at 6:30 with our next match. So make sure you tune in, and we'll see you guys later. This was George Teachea and myself, Tim de Ruiter.
Have
Thank
a great
you.
day, guys.